All right. Hey, I have to go audio because I have chickens around me.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Everyone. This is Jason Smith along with Marlon Luna here. Can we hear you, Marlon?
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you now, my friend. We are broadcasting
Okay,
live. We just started the broadcast, so you came on just in time. Marlon, sorry for the late arrival, but we've got some exciting news, so you are the perfect person to share that. But before we get to that part, I'll leave that as that's going to be the meat and potatoes. So we'll start out with a little bit of appetizer to get people ready for what you've got to deliver. So we'll just get to that in a minute. I'm Jason Smith. You are tuning into a live broadcast about what we call Global Connection Network. Global Connection Network is a distribution platform that allows affiliates all over the world to collaborate on offering products and services in a wide array of areas, everything from consumable products like energy drinks and sweets like chocolate and coffee and even coffee, to other products that might be nutritional products such as L-arginine, protein healthy shakes. We've also got travel programs, language programs, and here right in this area we are kicking off this part of the United States with an incredible product, GCN Wireless, which we will describe in detail, and then we will talk about this being what I call the evolution of opportunity, the revolution of opportunity, if I may, about what that means. Well, we're really combining what you've traditionally seen as retail, combined with online marketing, combined with franchise, combined with multi-level marketing, and we've just combined that all together to allow someone to start a business of their own for a reasonable cost. So while we're on this, we've got Marlon Luna. He is one of our master distributors. So Marlon, I'll let you introduce yourself, sir.
Hey guys, I'm very, very happy to be here. Sorry I can't do video right now. I'm actually you guys don't want to see where I'm at, but I will tell you there's chickens involved.
Fantastic. So give me just a minute. Do we have any other, Marlon, do you know if anybody else was joining us on the broadcast?
I know Kenneth and Christine.
Kenneth and Christine, okay. Are you guys going to jump on here? We'll have a little roundtable discussion while I get ready for some of the slides and things that we'll do in the meantime. Well, I guess they are not jumping on. So, Marlon, I'll tell you what.
All right.
I'm having a little trouble pulling the slides out, to tell you the truth, and I need a little bit of time to get those up on the screen. Is there anything you'd like to say about GCN, about the company, about Global Connection Network while I get that pulled up?
Oh, well, this is where do I start? It is awesome, and I congratulate everybody hearing this. What is today? Today is July 13th, Monday, 2015. If you are seeing this live hangout right now, and I'm sure the recording will be up, just realize you are seeing something at the inception, at the formulation stage. We're still in the beta soft launch, which means the clay is still being molded. We're going to exit our soft launch at the end of August, but we're already hooking up service. We already have people earning free service and getting paid, but you're still seeing something. You know how they say, oh, you want to get on a ground floor opportunity. Well, I really feel like we don't even have that. I feel like we have dug the 20-foot ditch, laid the concrete in to then build the house that has the basement. That's kind of what I feel we're doing right now. So if you guys are on this call, congratulations. And in the meantime, if we do have to do what they call filler time on broadcast TV, I can always interview one of the many happy chickens I have around me, and I'm sure they'd be more than happy to share what they're so excited about. But if we want to keep this call about GCN, I'll tell you guys, Jason's going to announce more details of the program that a lot of you guys are excited about, a lot of you guys are waiting for. He just got some fresh, hot information on a key topic that Hey, Jason?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to. There we go. We got it.
That was fun.
Okay. I didn't get to beta test this, as you can tell.
I think somebody's feedbacking really bad. If you're not talking, please hit mute on your mic. Hey, Jason, are you there? That's strange. That was, yeah, somebody said GCN aliens. Guys, we're not just being global here. We're being galactical. Is that a word? How would you guys like that? Galactical Connection Network? Somebody's going to buy that domain right now. Darn it. Tell them we're not quite ready yet. We need to solve the Fermi paradox. Points for you guys if you guys are any geeks out there to know what that is. I have no idea if I'm talking to myself. I just talked about the Fermi paradox. Can you guys hear me? No? Okay. This is strange. This is very strange. Hey, Jason? Okay, tell you what. I am going to have to leave the room. I think I got to come back because I can't hear anything. Okay. I think all right, apparently you guys can. This is ad lib broadcasting at its finest right now, guys. I think Jason is getting the slides ready. While he's doing that, I welcome anybody who is just joining us here. I learned from one of the industry titans that one of the keys to success is he broke it down in 2 words. He said, "You gotta have fun, because if you can't have fun, when all the crazy happens, you're gonna lose your mind." So, okay, when Jason is ready with the slide, I'm sure he will pull it up. Jason, if you can hear me, I myself cannot see the slides, so we're probably all waiting on that. All right, if the aliens have interfered with Jason's slideshow, let me tell you guys that what Jason's going to show you guys is very, very exciting, very mind-blowing, and very, I mean, any superlative you can find, this fits, because we're going to show you how to take something that's super valuable. It's like one thing when you can buy something. It's a better thing when you can save money and still get a lot of value. It's a completely new thing where you can actually have that thing that you're saving money on actually generate you income. Jason is going to show you how all 3 of those things are tied together in the value proposition of Global Connection Network. and I think he is trying to get back on right now. So I will continue my impromptu fill-in time here, guys. So if you're hearing this hangout, Jason's going to go over how you can get incredible top-tier AT&T phone service that is definitely something to shout about. I mean, imagine if, there's really two premier networks in America, right? There's Verizon and there's AT&T. And those two networks are known to be the top quality. Now, the Sprint and the T-Mobile, they're great, but they're third and fourth place for a reason. And I'd like to tell everybody that, I applaud all the things T-Mobile is doing, and Sprint's still trying to keep their head above water. But to compare the market, T-Mobile is having some of their best years ever. They just did $29 billion last year. Just to compare, AT&T closed their fiscal year last year. They did $133 billion, which probably means that AT&T's marketing budget probably eclipses the entirety of T-Mobile. That's not to put down T-Mobile. That's just to say that you got to give credit where credit is due. AT&T is a behemoth of the industry. As a matter of fact, a lot of people think Verizon is number one in a lot of regards. We're actually, in subscriber base and network reach, actually AT&T is stronger. And the interesting thing is, Verizon used to be a part of AT&T. There was a company called Bell Atlantic, and in the 80s, when the government said, hey, AT&T, American Telephone and Telegraph, you have a monopoly. You're far too big. You're far too strong. There's no competition. We're going to break you up, right? Well, they had all these baby Bell subsidiary companies of AT&T. Bell Atlantic was the one that became Verizon. And you know who else could speak on this even better than I can? Jason can. Jason Smith totally can. So I'm hoping that he realizes he's on mute here and comes and joins me.
Well, we had a technical difficulty of major proportions.
There you go, Jason. There he is.
There I am, yes.
Jason, you saved them. I was talking about everything from chickens to the Fermi paradox to the breakup of the Bell in the 80s.
Okay. Well, we had a technology problem of major proportions. I lost the entire presentation right there. It's gone. It's gone altogether.
It's every time, Jason.
That's really the tough part. I had a great presentation in store for everyone, and it's gone now. So that's technology for you. It's my fault. I didn't have time to business test it before putting it into this environment, and then guess what? It didn't want to do it, and then in the middle of it, it is gone. So unfortunately, that's what happened. So. But we'll go ahead and move on. Really, we were going to talk about, essentially what we were talking about was starting off with GCN Wireless. And really what the crux of GCN Wireless really comes down to this, right here. That. You can see this right there. See that? I can go right here. What we are doing is we are putting the functionality and the power of a retail mobile store in the palm of your hand. And you can see me flipping through this right here, right now, and I don't even have this up. But right now, as we go in here, I can come in on my phone, open up an app right here, and we can go in. And within just a few clicks, I guess I'm having some. Is there a problem with audio on here? Does anybody know? Nope, I can hear you. Okay. And I apologize about this. I really do. I had Kirby is trying to talk.
Hey Jason, you got the cavalry coming. We got we got Jason. Ken is coming in too.
Marlon, what were you saying? I'm having some technical difficulties on our end at this point.
Saying that the Lord, the cavalry is coming. We got Ken Francis. I just muted myself. I think we were feedbacking. Well, hey, you know, Jason, one of the things I did say in the interim, in the ad lib part, was that, hey, I learned from an industry titan. I mean, a guy who makes six figures, multiple a month, that, you know, that if you had to boil down his secret to two words, he said the two words were have fun. Because it's going to be bumps, there's going to be crazy stuff, there's going to be tons of things happening that's not according to your plan. There's going to be critics and complainers. There's going to be detractors. So have fun. And I think we can do that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna kind of just talk until Kenneth and then the other the backup till my backup gets there. While Jason figures out what he has his WrestleMania match with his technology. What he was gonna tell you guys about was basically how to enjoy great mobile service. I was talking about AT&T to frame the story of what we have, and we have something pretty awesome. We have kind of like if you were to walk into Walmart or some carrier that is an MVNO or whatever, and they got kind of like a rock bottom price, and they're offering mobile service. Well, that's great, and that's great for the budget conscious. But a lot of times, people know you sacrifice quality when you go for those quote unquote Walmart brands. When you go for the the boosts and the straight talks and net 10s and whatever, even though they may use the same networks, they are, and this is a big dirty secret of the industry, they have the same network priority. So while we're waiting for Jason, I'd like to talk a little bit about what that network priority means. So I am going to put on my nerd hat for a second and tell you guys that, when you guys are driving by and you guys see cell towers, you guys ever think how much data information is going on those things every second, every millisecond? It's massive. All kind of people are talking. Cat videos galore are streaming through that tower, especially if Stuart Allen is on the same tower as you, then there's a ton of cat videos just going to his phone alone. So that is what your phone has to compete with. And network priority matters because if you're on a lesser priority carrier, even within the carrier, you're going to see your performance dip. Well, when you're on first priority, your performance is held to the highest standard. That is what we have. So we are not an MVNO, a mobile virtual network operator. We are not a rebranded carrier that's labeling their own SIM cards. When you look at our SIM cards, you will see the powerful, awesome brand that is AT&T. That's who we are running. That's the confidence you can have and know that this is actual real AT&T. We have an amazing partnership with a very, very reputable AT&T provider, and we are poised to set the world afire. And I'll kind of tell you, a lot of people say, well, why would an AT&T company partner with you guys? Why would they do a affiliate networking kind of thing? It seems so strange and winky. Well, let me tell you a little bit about why. And I'm gonna go to like stuff I haven't planned to talk about, but stuff I've been thinking about. I want everybody who can hear this hangout and hear my voice to go and Google these terms. I want you to Google. There was a business study done for the last couple of years. Google half of the workforce, independent contractors by year 2020. Okay, just Google that and you'll see all the articles from reputable business universities that have done a study with the shift in the economy to a more global-based economy, to a more telecommuting economy, to just more diverse. The traditional work for a company for 20, 30, 40 years is going away. And they did a study. They found out by the year 2020, half of U.S. employees or workers will be an independent contractor of some sort, meaning they get a 1099, meaning they are not traditional employees. A company contracts with them, a company does fee for service with them, and the company actually hires a company or a person that runs their own business and they give them a 1099. That is unheard of, and that's a very, very big shift. And a lot of us are running off the industrialized idea of how to work, which is, you go to school or you get a trade or you go to work, you find a good company, you put your head down and you just grind for 30, 40, 50 years, and then you're going to retire with a nice golden watch and enough money to go to Florida and fish. That existed for other people, and Google this one, please. For the first time in American history, the generation now will make less income than the generation previous. For the first time. That means, congratulations, parents, you've given your kids a world where it's less lucrative than your world. That's not to say that there isn't wealth to be created, because if you can look at a company like Facebook, just barely 10 years old to become the multiple billion powerhouse it is. You can look at a company like Uber. Uber has only been around, I think, 4 or 5 years at the most. Was a startup company, and now their valuation was over $50 billion. As a matter of fact, one of their first hires was from a Twitter post when one of the founders made a tweet about needing some sort of worker to work in the office, and somebody replied back, said, "Oh, I can help out." And this guy actually went there and he paid his dues and grinded for a little pay, and now his stock is worth, I think his stock is worth $2 billion. And that's in the last 5 years. So there's still tremendous wealth to be created. It's just that everything is shifting. Speaking of shifts, let me bring on the king of global shifts here. Mr. Kenneth Francis has joined us. Hey, Kenneth, we are in ad-lib zone because Jason is trying to wrestle the beast of technology right now. So welcome aboard, man.
Thank you, sir. I've been listening to you, man. You're holding it down, doing what we have to do. But yeah, there's one thing about technology: you love it, and then there's times you really, really hate it.
Yeah. So let me add some value here. Let's do, because you've been building GCN furiously, and it's been a new addition to your already busy, hectic life. Maybe we can do a back and forth for the people that are watching this. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Okay, guys, this is total, have fun, make it work, but still add value. So Kenneth is an incredible entrepreneur and a businessman. He did a lot of great things with the previous company that used mobile service to do something incredible. So I want to ask Kenneth, what was the key thing, or what were some of the key things that really attracted you to GCN, and then after that made you say, you know what, I want to hang my hat here and I want to go to work?
Yeah, well, I think, Marlon, it's really the experience that I had previously, was really the key factor, because it worked. Mobile services, man, it turns out to be a very, very sticky product. And what I mean by sticky is that people will pay for that product if they see some value there for a long, long time, right? So, I knew that there was a very good possibility that if there was a company that could come along and kind of, fix and mend some things that, didn't go so well in the other business, but still have, that proposition part of what they do, or maybe the main part of what they do. Either way, mobile is just very powerful. So when I saw GCN, I was like, wow, number one, tier 1 AT&T service. Nobody's been able to do that. Nobody. And that was very eye-opening to me. That kind of, sparked my interest, obviously. That I knew right away that, well, there's no other company in the industry of, direct sales or MLM or whatever that has that. Nobody, So that was already enough for me to really say, let me look a little deeper. Secondly, the technology behind it, the information down the wormhole, so to speak. There's a far bigger vision, a far bigger picture to see with GCN. Start plugging in more as we go along this journey here. 90 days from now, it's going to look totally different, because there's a lot of things that are already being built behind the scenes on the technology side and on the business builder side, as far as tools and information and content, stuff like that. It's going to get it's going to be a lot more fun. Right now we're in the baby stage, I call it. We're kind of, just, going along, kind of figuring out things as they go, and, and things are behind the scenes though. things are really growing, things are really being laid foundationally that's going to help. So, you know, that was exciting to me, knowing that there was something far greater than just mobile service in my hands. There was something that really, you know, on a scale of an Amazon type platform at some point here, very, very soon, we'll start to see, you know, that type of you know, stuff come alive. So that's what I was excited about. That's what kind of turned me onto it. Number one, you know, my experience knowing that mobile was a very, very powerful product and that I could build a real true residual income, walk away income with it. And that the fact that another company said, hey, let's get it right, you know, let's build it right, you know, let's be, you know, visionary and do something different with the mobile. That was big for me. So, and of course, joining all the amazing names and the faces that I was familiar with, you know, in the industry, true professionals, big business builders, you know, all that edifying and all that stuff came into play as well. So it's just been good. So far, so good. We're starting to roll now. People are starting to get it, and right on time for what's about to, you know, pop off this week. A lot of great news and information we'll be having access to, and you know, this thing is going to be fired pretty soon. You know, we started lighting it, and people are going to, you know, start joining in and pitching in, and it's going to be a bonfire. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for this thing to really blow up, and people start getting free and you know, having stories and things of that nature. That's when it's on autopilot. You know, duplication, multiplication, all that great stuff. So, you know, hopefully I'm holding it down the best I can. You know, it's kind of shotgun tonight, but Marlon's done a phenomenal job, and I know you know, he's over there just thankful that I hopped on because I was feeling for him, you know. So, but with that said, Marlon, if you have anything else, you know, I'm thinking I see, I don't know, that logo on the screen. I don't know if that's Jason himself or did someone jump off or join, but is anybody there? Can you hear me out there? Join me here. I don't think anybody's there. All righty. Let me see. Well, I know this call started about 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully you got something from this hangout tonight. I'm sure we'll be doing probably a makeup one tomorrow night, or maybe sometime I think it's Mondays and Wednesdays, if I'm not mistaken. So be on the lookout for that. You know, in the meantime, if you want to know more about GCN Wireless, what we're doing, who we're doing it with, why we're doing it, and why we're all excited about it, get back with the person that invited you. There's plenty of content out there, plenty of you know, recorded content. We've been doing, you know, hangouts and you know, and other content out there that'll help you. PDF form, you know, different stuff like that we're working on and we're releasing slowly but surely, and you know, and improving. So, you know, in a nutshell, it's a great opportunity to find yourself in the very, very beginning stages of something revolutionary and visionary. And you know, having MobiLogix and AT&T on board just makes it, you know, that much stronger. It really does at this point. To have that speaks a lot of the people we're working with, and you know, and where we're going. It really does. So hope you all enjoyed what you could enjoy tonight. I know it was a lot of technological issues and all that, but that's part of the deal. You know, part of you know, why we're you know, here at this stage is because we're going to have these types of trials and tribulations, and we'll pull through it. We'll have a great webinar for you probably, like I said, Wednesday this week, and a lot more to come. It's just the beginning. So I hope everybody has a great night. I'll go ahead on and exit the webinar, and we'll see you on the next one. Good night. God bless.
Hello.
Hey, Kirby, I heard you hopping on. I had to hop back on. How are you?
Good. I was on for 20 minutes and I was sending text messages, I was sending emails,
All right.
and I was calling people. I'm going, you know what?
Technology is not our night tonight, boy. That technology won tonight, man. Knockout punch tonight, buddy. You know?
So, how many people are on this call now? Is it just?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm on here live. I don't see. I'm not on the. I'm on the actual guest part where you're actually participating in the Hangout. So I don't see. If I go back out, I think I can see from a participant as a listening in. I think I can see, how many people were meant to be on it, but not necessarily how many are just sitting there. Like live. How many? I don't know. It's a chat box that you can click on. Let me see if I could get these guys to respond to the Q&A link here. Here we go. All righty. Q&A. Okay, I can see from a participant listening in, I think I can see. I hear myself. Let me pause it. All right. Here we go. Okay, ask a new question. Is anybody on?
Yeah.
Is anybody on? They're going to hear me, but I just kind of closed the call because I was like, well, it's 9:30. Normally the call is going to be, Danny Youngers. He says he hears me perfectly. So Danny Youngers is on. Who else would be on? Yeah, just respond in the chat box if you're still on the Hangout or trying to listen in. Please, thank you. Yeah, so there may be a few on there, but I think we're gonna, pretty much try for Wednesday night. It just didn't turn out right. I mean, I saw Jason trying to get on, and he had this terrible feedback. It was impossible to hear. Marlon was trying to hold it down on there, and he was getting the feedback from Jason. It was like nobody could hear, nobody knew. Yeah, I think we just need to have a backup plan.
Yeah.
There you go. Who is that? That's Marlon. Is that Marlon?
Oh.
That's Marlon. Marlon's on.
Oh, I think I was able to connect.
Yeah, you're on. You're on.
There's an internet craziness happening up right now. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Jason.
Oh.
What happened?
Well, the computer systems that I have that are going, it's completely, it's still running, but no audio is coming out of it or going in it at this point. So
something like going on with the web, man. That's weird that you and Marlon would just pop right on, right, just like that, really quickly.
Oh no, I was decided to go with a different device instead of trying to go with the computer. So
yeah. Anywho, I don't think there's anybody on. I just messaged in the group on the.
Ed just told me that he can hear us.
Okay, so Mr. Kilgore's on. Okay, Danny Younger. So we may have a small audience. A lot of people might not have access to the chat. So, anywho, take it away, Jason, if you want.
I'm just going to sit back. I've stressed enough on this. Hey, just to tell you, in the last week. So anytime someone talks about technology being perfect, I mean, Kim, we've done how many Hangouts time and time again.
Not a problem.
And then the one time where I have no margin for error, no extra time built in, I have a problem with uploading.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I hopped on, I was like, hey, technology, we love it, but we also hate it. It just, we have to go through that sometimes. So yeah, it's understandable. No big deal. Wednesday, I told everybody Wednesday night we'll probably have another one. I think it was Monday, Wednesday.
Okay.
I think.
Well, we're prepared for that. So I apologize about that. I had the presentation ready to go, and I was trying to pull it over from another computer, and it just didn't want to do it. Then I was trying to save it to Google Drive. It wasn't happening.
Right.
So
whatever y'all want to do, I'm here. I'm just hanging out and getting organized. And I know Mr. Kirby Cochran just hopped on, so you know, what y'all want to do? Do you want to do a presentation? Do you want to run it? Record it? Do it?
You'd like to say any words to everyone? I didn't, you know. Please share some of the initiatives that are coming up. I know everyone would love to hear from you directly.
Yeah, I would be happy to, Jason. You know, it's somewhat kind of redeeming when other people have technology issues.
Right.
You know, well, first of all, I'm really excited to be on the call, and I hope there's some people out there who can hear this. I think one of the big news that we have is that the programming of the site is proceeding. I'll let you know, because we're not offering cell phone to Latin America, we launched the country of Ecuador on by design on Friday, which is a major accomplishment. I want you to know that you guys can't sign people up there, and you don't want to sign them up because there's no way that we can track them back to you, because we have to get the APIs to work first with Mobile Logics. So the good news is things are proceeding, and you will start to see improvements on a daily basis. As far as the big announcement that we had, I think everybody is aware that we, starting tomorrow, we were going to do it tonight, but the servers that we were on weren't fast enough. They couldn't handle even a minimal amount of people on the system. So they are going to a faster hosting service with multiple backup servers to be able to help us go forward. And that is for you leaders. You guys can engage with this starting tomorrow night. They have told us, and I'll let you know if it changes, but 8 o'clock Eastern time. So anyway, that's the exciting news, and still the plan is for people is either Wednesday or Thursday for the regular sales people to be able to start using the service. And what that entails, just so everybody understands, is that we have finance companies that are willing to sell you a phone, and included in the phone service will be, in that phone purchase, will be your first month's service with AT&T. It will include your enrollment fee, and it will include the silver package. And you will be doing that through our third-party vendor that we're using. We have a place for you to put your sponsor ID number so that we can track you, and you can keep track of the people who are coming in underneath you. We anticipate people being able to get a yes or no answer on their financing within 24 hours. It will generally take 3 to 5 days to fund that, but once you have signed the acceptance and terms, we will immediately send out your SIM cards and be able to activate you almost immediately. So, and send off your silver package and get you guys ready to go. One of the things that people have asked me about, I'll just go to some questions that I recently received. First, if you're already in IM, we will have packages, and your cell phone package will be $145 less. You will need to have your IM number to be able to do that, and that should be available as early as tomorrow. Global Connection Network is not the people who are doing the financing. We have a third party who is doing it, and right now we have 16 different funders who will look at and hopefully bid on the financing of your cell phone. Let's see. Again, how you'll be credited is that the person signing up, the I'm signing up, will need to have your ID number, so you'll probably want to walk through with them and be able to make sure they get it. So one of the questions is, who does the underwriting on these things? We take the information, and the individual finance companies decide if they're going to fund it or not. One of the questions that people get is, are they getting monthly? Does this cover their monthly actual telephone bill with Mobile Logics? No, it only covers the very first month, and they'll need to enter their billing information subsequently to getting their phone going with Mobile Logics to keep their month-to-month going. Now remember, if you sign up 5 people right away, you will get a $50 credit and can earn more than that as well. The other question is, are they automatically enrolled in an auto pay program? They are not. They still have to go in and request that to go on auto pay. So we're not going to be billing people's credit cards on that. You will be responsible for 2 payments, one to the finance company who's selling you the phone, and the other one is through Mobile Logics via GCN, so that you can keep your cell phone data plan. What happens if a person who buys a cell phone defaults on the loan to the finance company? Is there a chargeback? Meaning, do we charge the upline for the cost of the loan package? No, the financing that is available to us is non-recourse, meaning that they don't charge us, and consequently we don't have to charge you. You should be aware if someone defaults, the people have the funder has the ability and have told us they will turn off the phone so it can never be sold, and that person that defaults will be blacklisted in the cell phone industry, so until they take care of that bill, they'll never be able to get another telephone through traditional sources. And what does it take for an IM to be able to sell phones in the future and offer their cell phone program to customers? They have to be a part of the Freedom 5 group and have a minimum of 5 IMs. So that kind of is some of the issues, and I guess the question I got for you guys, Kenneth and Jason, is there any other stuff you would like me to cover with that? I saw Kenneth go off mute. I can't hear you.
Okay, there we are, Kirby. As far as anything else, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I was just going to ask if, I didn't know if you said earlier what phones are available for the program.
Well, funny that you would mention that. I have a handwritten list. Okay, so you'll be able to get an iPhone 6, an iPhone 6 Plus, a Galaxy Note 4, a Galaxy S6, a Galaxy S6 Edge, Galaxy A3, a Galaxy J, an LG G3 Beat, an LG G4, and a OnePlus One.
Good phones.
And yeah, they are good phones, and so I've seen the site that they have. and it's real close to being done. So they told me that they stopped working on that to get to improve the speed of the site.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we do expect a fair amount of traffic to hit us.
Yes. Gonna have to handle that for
Yeah.
sure. Absolutely. Well, sounds good. I'm excited about it. I think something that I always knew would be a game changer for this type of business is to have, be competitive as far as financing is concerned. My last business I had, a lot of people were lost because, not only did the companies catch up to the value proposition with the pricing and all that, but, because we can always match on price, but there was more value there because they were able to finance phones and devices.
Yeah.
And that's more value included. So when you can package that up, you give people really, a higher amount of value. It really, works really well to be able to maintain and keep people in the network, And there's a whole lot more that I know about GCN that's going to add more value too, but just that alone is great.
So Kenneth, why don't you talk real briefly about the brochure that we sent out last week and how you used it and kind of go through that process.
Sure. Yeah, the brochure was well, I've been using it almost like a presentation in my hand. I've been screenshotting and emailing it and just having people read it, but it just really breaks down what Kirby was kind of answering some questions about the new builder program and how certain the criteria that needs to be met, how to qualify and so forth and so on. I'm going to try to pull it up really quick. But it just really walks a person through exactly what it is, how it works, how to be qualified, what to do next. It's almost like a presentation on a one page. It's really a great tool. So I would be using that thing, because we're all kind of still learning, some of the lingo and the verbiage about GCN and how to explain it and all that. You can just really open that thing up and and read right off of it, Like here it is right here. I have it up on my screen. It says, basically the business builder package is designed to give a new IM everything necessary to get started, sharing the global connection opportunity immediately. Here's what comes with your new smartphone. Because obviously you pick the phone and then you get a package with first month's GCN service, plus the activation for AT&T, global connection network, enrollment fee, which is a $145 value there. Your first month's global connection network silver package is another $135 value there, and the shipping. And then it goes into the financing, breaking that down, because this is a huge value proposition. I've never seen anything like this in the industry, to have a company basically not only lower the barrier of entry, but just eliminate it. Like you're not really coming out of pocket for anything other than your finance payment. Obviously pull your credit and you gotta have some things match up or make sense. As far as your job, your income, and credit score. And I think that's very minimal from what I heard. So it's really good to be able to to have something to hand a person or email them, say, hey, read this. This is exactly what you'll have access to out the gate, joining the company. And you have a business, you have a mobile device, you'll have products. And I mean, the products included in the silver package, the travel and the language, the Rosetta Stone type software. I mean, all that stuff is really valuable this day and age. I mean, people are they're traveling like crazy and they're trying to learn all these other languages. I mean, there's a lot of value there. Okay, so then the L-arginine, which is a phenomenal product for your health, and the type of product that we have with the L-arginine is what I'm reading off the charts. Can't wait to try it. So there's a lot of value right out the gate with GCN, and like I said, the barrier to entry is relatively nothing. Just put your credit, put your information down, get approved, and you start getting access to these different these different valuable products and services that we offer. So it's exciting. So yeah, the 3-page, the little trifold deal, it breaks everything down. What's included in the build package, how to get financed, how it works. All right. And then there's more here, on the other side, step by step, what happens next when you contact the IM who introduced you to GCN. There's other things here that breaks down a couple of other things about being a business builder, the silver package, the enrollment fee, stuff like that. So it's really it's a conversation starter and really a presentation in a trifold little flyer, little pamphlet. So it's been great for me, being able to send something that's really quick, and people have been able to gather the information they need from it. They sure have. They've been able to do that, so it's been good.
Good. Jason, do you have anything else that you would like to?
Jason's muted out there.
No, I really don't. I was just gonna have you guys wrap it up. Thanks for jumping on here. I appreciate it very, very much.
Yeah, if you want to do this call again, I'll participate.
We'll do it right the next time. How about that?
All right. Hey, everyone, have a very good night, and thanks, Kenneth. It's been good. So we'll talk to you later, okay?
All right, my friend.
All right.
Good night,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.